Alright guys, back in the video, and this time we're going to be going over one of my favorite leaders, and my favorite green leader, Clashku. If you don't know what he does, he's a burst leader, discard a green card, after you mill 2, and then you draw 2 cards. So you get to see what you burst first, and then you get to choose what you want to discard from your hand, because you have limited resources when your deck is mostly gets into the drop. But your main goal is to fill the drop to 20 and play Kaioken, but the deck has changed a lot since set 8, and I want to go over these powerful cards that have been introduced to the deck, and I really would like to show you guys. So, backside, when you flip over, you untap 2 energy, he has Sparking 5, and gains double strike and 5k when he attacks, if there's a Crillon in your drop area. So, very powerful leader, and like I said, fill your drop area really quickly. This is a green-red deck, and the leader says discard a green card, so all the green and red cards count, if you didn't know. So we have a big green-red package. Well, it's sort of big. And we got 4 of your check lands, if you want to call those. These come in tapped, and they basically want to open with these cards. And you need to have at least 1 in your opening hand. So, because some of the cards require you to have 2 red-green energy. Now, these guys are representing that you need, I would play at least 3 copies of either or you can just play 2-1, whatever, it doesn't matter. This guy's double strike effect doesn't really come in handy that much, so this guy, just being a stable double strike is probably just better in my opinion, but you can try either one. He gives something double strike, which, not the leader, because the leader already has double strike on the backside, so it doesn't really matter if it's this or this. They just are mainly for defense. So, to the main win con, we got our 4 Kaioken. So, this is your main win con. Whenever you have 20 in your drop, red and green cards, he becomes a 5 cost, and then he can take life, and look at your opponent's hand, discard a card, and then he gains 25k and triple strike. And if you have, if you go down to 1 life, he has dual attack, and he also can't be KO'd by your opponent's skills. He has deflect, he has so many effects, and he's your main win con. Remember that he's a 7 cost, but he gets cheated in for a 5. So you usually play him turn 5 and then win. You need Crillons, right? Because the leader says you need a Crillon. So we're going to start with our 2 of these Crillons. I used to play 4, but things changed his draft box. But this guy is not that important. He's a cantrip, and he becomes a 4 cost blocker whenever you're awakened. But usually his effect doesn't come into play unless you're playing against an aggro deck. 4 of your super combos, yes, they're shiny this time, thank God. I really like this card. Sparking 5 super combo, very important because this leader is very good. And mainly, he's just good because of this leader. But yeah, Sparking 5 super combo. Mainly, and very important for this one, not Paragus, because Sparking is faster than your at 4 life, and he's 10k no matter what. 4 Vegeta Cruller, playing a green-red deck. This is the best counterplay card, and yeah, your opponent warps a card in their hand, so it helps control the game out too, so you can get the 5. So new card, set 8. Now, this card you can play, change the ratios however you like, but I would play at least 2. Whenever he's discarded by a battle card skill or a extra card skill, but mainly battle card skill, you get to play him back, so he gets a free body on the board for discard for cost on battle card books like your Crillon here. This Crillon from draft box is Sparking 10. He becomes a 2-drop. He's a blocker, and then you draw 2, discard 1. Super good card. So you discard the Beerus and get a free body. So 2 15Ks for 2 energy is pretty powerful. He also has an ability in drop. So you pay a green, warp him for your drop, and then you get to pop something. That effect may come up, so it's very good that you have that ability for like a free go-to effect from the drop area. And if you mill him, it works too. You got Goku. So this guy, if you don't know what he does, he's mainly built for the leader. If you have a Crillon, 4 cost that leaves the battlefield by your opponent's skills or by battle, he gets to come out for free, and you only play one per turn, and he gets to kill something ignoring barrier. Very powerful. It can kill Victory Strike. To the red cards, you got 4 Chi-Chi. This is a new card. If you have 2 red-green dual color energies in your energy area, this draws you a card when you combo with it. Super good for arrival, super good for defending, super good card in general. That's why I stress the amount of red-green cards in the deck. And if you draw too many in the late game, you just discard them with cards like Topo, Crillon, and your leader effect. So the amount of red-green cards in your deck doesn't really get affected. There's a card from the set 8 that I would try out, but I don't know exactly what to take out for it yet. But you can try it in a second. I'll talk about it in a second. So Topo, this is one of the best defensive cards in the game. Don't know what he does. He's like a flying Nimbus, but not really. Your opponent can still attack, but they have to discard 2 cards every time after they get their attack negated. So if they don't attack with their leader, they don't get the draw with their leader most times. Like for example with Broly, he's super good, but Mira will still kill you. So be wary of that. So save another negate for Mira. 4 Shocking Death Ball. This is your sparking negate, and it's just super good. And it pops 2 drops or less, helps you control the game and survive. To the tech cards, this is all your tech cards, right? So you have your drop negate, pretty strong. You can activate from drop, and yeah, and it has a pop a 1 drop or less effect too. This is a new card, Focus Breakthrough. I play 1. You can probably play 2. It's up to you. This is a counterplay card. If you're a 4 less life, you can counterplay something being played. Usually, this is for countering the like Chomp of the Trickster and stuff like that. And yeah, it basically is like a negate for it, like desperate measures. And then you have 1 Slumber Strike. This could probably be another Focus Breakthrough. It's up to you. But this is a cheap removal early game for anything that gets shielded into play. Helps you kill apes. It's just a good card. And then 1 Tech Feet Kamehameha. Yes, your leader is Goku, so 15k and critical, and you're on the backside. He can just hit you from 4 to 2 and then get killed by basically almost anything. So 30k double strike crit on the backside for just one cost combo. And then to the real techs. So we got 3 Paragus Sacrifice and 1 Broly Secret Rare. So in theory, if you draw this card, there's almost no way you can lose if you survive the 5 life. That's a 5 energy. You'll have 20 cards in drop in most cases. So what happens is you play Paragus after you play Kaioken and Awaken. And then you play Broly after you rip in their hand. And then he rips their hand completely to 0. So most likely you'll be hitting them early in the game, just trying to pressure them to get to 4. So this guy can actually kill them by itself if he gets if your Kaioken gets Chomp of the Trickster and you don't have Focus Breakthrough, which will protect him. So this card is just an auto win almost every time you draw it and resolve Kaioken. So you want to resolve these cards. So you want to play at least 3 Paragus so you can see it. In testing, if you play less than 3, you somehow will draw this and not draw this. So yeah, this card's super good. But yes, you can mill it. But in the bag matchups where you feel like you're getting aggro and you know you want to resolve this, you just discard off your leader effect since it is a 10k green card. But yes, shout out to Puna for if you know him, the Family Dinosaur, for sending me this. I owe you a big one. But thank you for watching the video, and if you haven't checked out my Facebook page I just made, please go give that a like, and I'll be posting my content there and maybe doing giveaways and stuff through the Facebook group, through the Facebook page, because it's a lot easier to do than through YouTube. That's one reason why I try not to do YouTube giveaways like I did before, mainly because it's kind of hard to keep up with, and people can't really message you that well through YouTube unless you use Discord, etc. And I use Facebook way more than Discord. And shout out my team for talking about this deck. This is just, if you've seen 3 G channel, it's a little different than their list, and I want to talk about a few of the options before I leave. So, I forgot to talk about these cards. This card, you can play it if you really want, but I don't think it's necessary. You play it from drop for 2 energy. Doesn't really seem a well fit, in my opinion, but you can try it if you'd like. And then this Crillon is pretty good against Tau, because you are discarding from their hand, and Topo makes them discard their hand, so this will be your Alpha Tau on the side deck. And obviously, if you played green deck before, you know this works. And it's also Crillon. So you can't take this as a one-of in the main if you want to save side space, or you can decide 2 or 3 of these, because you will draw it. And then one of your Goku Black, not saying you play one, but this is the Goku Black package you can play with this Amasu and the other ones if you really want to try with this leader, because these green cards are just discardable if you don't really need them at the time, and this guy can come in for really cheap because your Krillons come in for cheap and their cost changes. So it's up to you if you really want to try these cards, because they do work with this green deck. But that's all I really wanted to talk about, and see you guys next time. Thanks for